the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ready to get us started. Monday night prime time is underway. Jacob Sailors now to return it. Making some progress here. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Off play action, Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. That's a rookie out of Iowa State, Darian Porter on that tackle.
Brings up second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he takes it down to the 33. Getting 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
But somebody gotta do it. Come on, put it on again. But somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Running it with David Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. Kevin White hauls him down.
defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. They get 6 and a first down as well. Now the completion rate is strong, part of the yards. You got to imagine will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now Goff. Hits him on the in route. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Gibbs. Can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Goff. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Trying to sneak here, Goff. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sidelines, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. Showing a little burst so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone amidst their 2nd act as an NFL QB. He was a 2nd rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous 2nd act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that you have.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Smith start with a throw here. Finds him over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully. They're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The first carry here for Ashton Genty. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. That's complete to the back. Ashton Genty. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
1st and 10 from the 43. Genty from the gun. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. We got 14 yards on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
On 1st down, here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
When you're not, you're not. I see through your eyes. Still enjoying the show.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. From the gun, Smith. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Lofts it deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. You know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Detroit getting its offense set for their 2nd try. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Here's Gong. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A nice Nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down now, ball at the 33. Off to the air now. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. He's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got them some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Play action here with Goff. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down and 10 yards to go.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Makes the catch. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. The Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14. Raiders nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Mostert on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. This time, Brock. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Smith. That's Mayer. He's got it. And he's going to be hit. Sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. They go play action. Here's Smith. And this time they're going to get to him if they can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Smith to the air now. It's a screen play to Genty. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. So 20 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at settling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
First down, Smith to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right things said in the paper, Baltimore material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
Last play sent him back across midfield here, 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Smith. In by his back here, it's Genty. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback, and on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A couple of really good plays, Brock. Made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. The Lions get ready to return to the field. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A start on the ground with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Aggressive call on 2nd.
Get out of my way, get your talking.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Goff back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Didn't he, Brom? Gets a gain of 5. 3rd down coming up.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Raiders with an extra DB out there. 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He dodged the tackle. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Prime Time. The Lions out in front. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That right there, Kate, that just shows the level of preparedness this defense had coming into the game. They recognized the jet sweep from the start, and they nailed it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. QB sneak coming. And he's down after getting us up to the 41. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback gets the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So 1st down from the 41. From the gun, Goff. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And 2 yards all he can get since 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards. New
set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Off play action, Goff. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. Give him 24 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like if every whole home run is a bigger play, just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's 3rd down now.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Carr. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 20-zip lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just a machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Mostert on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. Jukes away from one. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It'll be 14 yards and a new set of downs.
So more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. It just infuses your offense with confidence.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen play, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
2nd down now, they need 7. Smith in the pistol. This is brought in, big game for Lockett. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game.
21. Raiders 7.
All set now for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find the hole. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Now what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Goff off the play action. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the fourth down punt for the Lions. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Getting this to Jeanty. This is close, but he is not in the end zone. By less than a yard, they avoid the safety. Boy, that was close. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you worried about have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
This is Jeanty on second. This is ahead for about 5. Alex Enzo on the stop.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Throwing on third, Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. And a Las Vegas first down. It's a gain of 10.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Smith on first down. Throw over the middle is brought in by Lockett. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Counter give to Jeanty. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Another give here to Jeanty. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. One man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard. That play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Completed over the middle. And after making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him. He'll start at the 38. On first down, Genty. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's second down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say is that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. We go to Genty on the dump off. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
15 yards. And a Raider first down. A gain of 15. First down, Raiders.
Okay, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. And off to Genty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. The play fake. Now Smith to throw. Got a man. It's Mayer. They get there to take him down right around.
And that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. That finds Bench. Complete. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. So we're down inside of 2 minutes remaining now in our first half. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That draws him in the wrong direction, partner, and for this 2nd down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He'll try and run this. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
I love that run. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Third and long for him here. And the Lions are there to bring him down. Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And it's 4th down.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points. A little bit of feel-good momentum.
All set now for the kickoff. Sailors now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Detroit on to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Goff setting to throw. To the right, he's got to slow. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That play wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. Escapes a defender. And he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't be playing for behind the sticks, right? It is still 2nd down coming up.
So much to like about that run, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before for an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another one for Gibbs. He dodged the tackle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. He landed Roberts coming over for the hit.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Dylan Laube on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fired to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. In the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Running from the pistol here with Jency. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Back to Jency. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
DJ Reader brought down. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Smith setting the throw. That's lucky. He brings it in. We'll have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Las Vegas first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, Smith. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Smith will try again on 2nd. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Smith yet again. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Second and 10. Again, it's Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contest. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. They'll throw 3rd and long. Taking a chance to the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long. That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Just about ready. 1st and 10. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends them backwards to the 4. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Shotgun snap here to go. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
Textbook hitch route. He's hit him in the short field and deliver it. Once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This one to Williams out left side. Still has some space up near midfield. To the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys, watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well, because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. The Lions push their lead to 18.
Raiders 10.
Traveling man, LAX out to Baltimore, they landed in France. Basic shows out in Germany, they bought in Japan. See these reps take me everywhere, I go where I can. That's the lucky pass, homie. I ain't bucking that, Brody. In New York, posted up like some Timberlands, homie.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Mustard on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. They've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Back to the air, it's Smith. This is Cox, that's Bowers working downfield. They strike for 23 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Smith in the pistol. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Smith's going to throw again. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Raider 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Okay, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. When it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Pocket isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. At the top of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Shotgun snap to Smith. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying getting it to Tyler Lockett. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down.
7 yards.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So now on fourth down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That lowers the deficit to 15.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. And the receiver's going to take this hit behind the line. That ball's loose. And this is going to be Raiders football.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10 now from the 46. Straight ahead with Genty. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
This offense is now left for some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
At the 45-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Smith back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Now Smith taking off with it. Only looking a couple yards past the line. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They send a man in motion. Throwing is Smith. Dialing up a receiver screen. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense. Getting him down behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. 3rd and long for him here. Going all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact separated man from ball.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
All set now for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. Jukes away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this 2nd half. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. That 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Goff. Flush down out to his left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
1st down ball at the 33. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. So call it a half dozen on that run. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel. It's just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run gets them 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Gain of 15 there. And the Lions have a 1st down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Goff on 1st and 10. It's on the in route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Straight ahead with Williams. I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Tate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play is 17 yards. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 3-possession game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, not always sinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Bates now for the point after.
Point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions go up by 19.
Raiders 16.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Rooster on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. From the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that second.
10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Shotgun give here to Jeanty. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. It was there. Just couldn't corral it. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the second half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Okay, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. You just get the playoff. Quick slant is caught by Tislam. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one. They've got the football too. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Goff finds him over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
It's all just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Lions readying for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I call it about the 12-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Now Smith. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Smith to the air now. Quick slant, cut by Lockett. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Out left, and Lockett makes the grab. And this one does not go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Smith to the air. Brought in by his back here, it's Genty. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Give him 32 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And again, it's Smith. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
On 1st down, here's Smith. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Smith yet again. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
There has been a constant for tight ends through the decades, from Kellen Winslow to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. When you are big and you've got length, use your body against those defenders. Even double coverage can't stop you.
Here's Genty. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Blitz coming for Smith. It's a screen play to Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
They go from sorry and sad, they're ready to grab them. They get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my breath, so what are we lacking? I can point it down, so much that's around. Better settle down, no one do it now. Though they send a hound, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, and to carry down. From those who came up before me, I made a change of the story. Find me a work in the morning. Find me what people are morning, man. Cause death is around every corner. When I get the people
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Sailors now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now Gibbs escapes a defender. And some nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap here to go. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Lions have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 43. Now gone. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it inside the 25. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Pick up of 33 yards. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. They gain 11 on that play. And the Lions have the first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
The difficult part is not tracking him out there. Almost every corner in the league's got the speed to do that. What separates him from others is the physical. Can he avoid getting tied up in a block? And then can he deliver that blow for a loss?
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Goff. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's on target to Williams. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
First and goal. Here's Gibbs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Rush coming for Goff. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Raiders get to it. And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on their own side of the field.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And that last impressive touchdown drive, now they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. He takes it himself. They get 23 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set to go now from the 35. Smith on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And he puts some air under this one, right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Three straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. Desperation time here. And this one's tipped and intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
The Lions offense returning to the field. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get them back here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Off to the air now. Big game continuing for Laporta. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Here's a give to Gibbs. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this round. He's limited to no gain on the carry. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Somebody gotta do it. I'm in. Hey, somebody gotta do it. I take the G. Hey, watch him do it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Another one for Gibbs. He dodged the tackle. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
If you don't agree, ask the street in your big 5 ear. You already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll.
All set now. 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Off play action, Goff. He brings it in. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions with a comfortable 12-point lead. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions making a 3-score game in the 4th. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. The Lions go up by 19. Has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Boosted on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, Smith. Trying to push deep downfield. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the reset.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Smith.
Decisions you got to make in that spot, and the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Again, it's Smith to the air. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Geno Smith with the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can stand to play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
32. Raiders 30.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they didn't fall victim to that dreaded trap game against a lesser opponent. They were the better team coming in. They played like it to earn the convincing victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.